So I'm here with Guy, who's been busy making Batman Arkham Knight. Guy, how's that going so far?
Really good, really good. We've announced the release date, which is 2nd of June next year, so we're excited about that. Still a long way to go, lots to do, but it's pretty exciting.
Now, I know we've already started this interview, but I just want to let you know a little thing that's going on while you're doing it is, in my back pocket, I've got this sack of magic. Don't look at it yet, it's fine. But if this interview goes well, you get to put your hand in there and pick out a treat, and you can take that treat home with you. How do you feel about that?
That's incredible. I love your sack of magic, Go.
Okay, I'm just going to stick it on the floor there.
Okay.
Don't let it put you off or anything, okay? There you go.
It's pretty exciting.
No pressure.
All right. I'm looking already. I know what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight away.
Okay, good. Well, so it's the end of the trilogy then. How do you feel to be bringing all this to a head?
Mixed emotions. It's kind of, it's been a long road getting here in terms of from Asylum to City to Arkham Knight. It's been an immense honour working on Batman. He's an iconic character, has been in existence for 75 years, so to be a custodian of that property in the video game space is amazing. Sefton Hill, our game director, always had a vision for a story in 3 acts. We're at the 3rd act. Yeah, it's strange, it's amazing. We're kind of doing loads of new stuff in this version, in this game that we've not been able to do previously, so bringing in the car, obviously the Batmobile, super iconic vehicle. To be able to give gamers the opportunity to play with that is amazing. The entirety of Gotham City, again, we're on new gen only, so that's given us a load more opportunities to build out a city in immense detail. We're like 5 times larger than City, so kind of we've got to the end, but it feels like it's a really good place for us, and we're kind of ending on a high with like what we would like to consider like the ultimate Batman simulator.
Like every time that you guys released a Batman game, it pretty much scored like 10s across the board, with just heaped with awards. How do you go into a game, like how do you beat something like that?
It's a challenge, like we kind of set ourselves almost like an unobtainable goal when we sort of start concepting and thinking about what we want to do with the game. So for Asylum, it was really just creating a good superhero game. That was always a challenge, and we managed to do that. And then, hey, let's take it open world. So it's like, okay, wow. So all the mechanics that we had that worked in that sort of pressure cooker environment, we now have to blow that out into the open world, and we added the grapple and glide mechanics and gave players more freedom of choice to do what they wanted to do, and it kind of worked. And then we were like, well, how do we go better than that? And it's like, yeah, we'll do the Batmobile. It's like, okay, great. And so we need a much bigger city, and we need more horsepower, and we need all this other stuff. So, it's always a mountain to climb at the end of each project, but I think we kind of put our thinking hats on, and we do absolutely everything we can to give gamers and fans the best experiences that we can.
You said there about making the city larger. Like, how do you even start making a city that is living and breathing, and filling it with things so it doesn't seem very, bare as you're driving around?
Yeah, that's a huge challenge. Everything we've got in the city is handcrafted. There is no procedurally generated buildings. Everything is individually done by an artist, from the concept through to the actual execution. So the city itself is just brimming with detail. The buildings are beautiful to look at, but we didn't, the city has been evacuated of the good citizens of Gotham, but it's not an empty city. So it's full of thugs and gangs who are rioting. They've taken to the streets. They're kind of taking Gotham back, all under the guise of sort of scarecrow threat of detonating this fear toxin bomb. So, that gives players the opportunity to kind of look at an amazing environment and sort of take in the beauty. And we're now much taller than we've ever been before, as well as being a much bigger footprint. So we've added in new gadgets which allow Batman to get up buildings faster than he was previously, like the chain grapnel, for example.
I'm interested to see how much free reign are you given by like DC and Warner Brothers? Like, obviously you guys have created a brand new character. Like, what was that like?
That was exciting. I mean, it was a huge honour. We pitched the idea to DC, and they're like, "Yeah, sure, go for it." And I think they trust us enough. We did a fantastic job with Asylum and Arkham City. That we have our vision of Batman. The Arkhamverse is this kind of is the Rocksteady look and feel, and kind of the way that we've evolved those characters and the sort of the stories that we tell. Yes, we pull influence from lots of places, but ultimately it's our vision of Batman and how we would like, our guy to be seen.
And just finally then, so obviously you guys are, the Batman guys. Like, is it going to be a challenge for you to move on to something that isn't Batman?
I think that's always going to be a challenge. As far as we're concerned, We are still full steam ahead. The game isn't finished. There's a long, well, I say a long way, 9 months to go. We're doing everything we can to make this like the best Batman experience it possibly can be. And it'll be weird for us, you know. Like we're gonna. This is the end of our story trilogy, and we want to make sure it's as good as it can be. So that's where our efforts are going. And then who knows what's next for us, you know. Exciting times.
It is exciting. How do you think that went as an interview?
I think it was pretty epic.
Do you think you deserve to put your hand in my bag?
I would love to put my hand in your bag.
Let's have a go. Okay, so close your eyes then.
Okay.
There you go. Some really good stuff still left in there as well.
Yes, that's awesome.
It's a patch. It's a shoe patch.
Shoe patch. Let's put it. Oh, that would look so good. Like right here. Like that. Shoes.
That's brilliant.
It's amazing.
Lovely.
I'm going to treasure this for forever. Thanks, Gav. It's amazing.